Hello everyone, thanks for watching this video. So in this video, today we are going to understand that how to configure the profile in Spring Boot project. Meaning that we will be having the different kinds of configuration for each and every environment like development, QA, UAT and production. So in order to accomplish all the environment into the single profile or single code deployment, we will be having some external configuration that we are doing into the application.properties file, or if you are configuring through the YAML file, or you can do some Java based configuration also to have your dynamic changes, meaning that as soon as you deploy, so there should be a one central position. From there, if you change configuration from dev to QA, so the code will be promoted into the QA and all the QA configuration is automatically pulled by your code and it start executing. Same thing, there should be one centralized position from where if you change the configuration or if you target the configuration for the production environment, then all the configuration has to pick from some place and then your code is start running or start pointing to your production environment. So basically this concept is called as a profiles in Spring Boot or any Spring project. But the question is that how we can achieve this into the Spring Boot. Okay, so as you see here, I have already created the sample project called profile example from starter.spring.io, and this is all by default generated code for main application. I have created one class called profile configuration and profile controller. We don't have any code here for now. We are going to write later, and we will be having the default application.properties file. Apart from that, we don't have any extra file and neither we have any extra code anywhere. Okay, these are all by default created code. So now here we are going to understand that what is the profile. So this is the plain by default template created by the starter Spring. Okay, if you run this code, run a Java application, so whatever the by default implementation is set or whatever the by default configuration is set by the Spring Boot, from where only it will run. So if you see the second line of this log, see no active profile set, falling back to the default profile, meaning that user have not set any profile, so that whatever the Spring Boot have the default profile from where it is running, and Spring Boot default profile is running on 8080 port. There are many things for default, but for now if you see, it is running on 8080, which is configured as a default profile. And if you see, this is the default our application.properties file. Here we don't have any configuration for now. Okay, so as soon as you set your profile, you will see here your profile name, what you have set it. Okay, and accordingly your all the configuration got loaded at runtime and it will execute. So for now we are going to set our environment or set our different environment. For now it is already set as a default. Now we are going to configure for this one as a dev. So in order to configure the dev, there are one syntax that has to be followed. Okay, so this is the application.properties file, this is default, but if you want to create your custom application.properties file, meaning targeting some environment, then you should have the application happen and the environment. Suppose that if you want to create for dev, then it go for dev. Okay, suppose that if you want to create for QA, then it should go as a QA. Okay, same as if you want to create for prod, PROD, will go for prod, and if you want to create for UAT, it will go for UAT. And suppose that if you want to create for something called ABC or API POTHI, some name. Okay, so it will go like that. So the question here is, Spring Boot don't care that this number, I mean this string, whatever you are keeping after happen. Okay, so Spring Boot just understanding this one as a string. Spring Boot don't understand this is the QA or this is the dev, this is a prod or this is UAT. Spring Boot just understand, okay, this is the environment name, that's all, or environment name may be anything. But if you delete this happen, Spring Boot can't be able to read your file. The reason is you don't have the separator. Okay, so for that separator is required, means happen is required between application and your environment name. Okay, so meaning of this one is, I just wanted to tell you there is nothing called like dev, QA and prod or UAT inside the Spring Boot. Spring Boot will just understand this name as a string, that's all, and whatever you will do with this string, Spring Boot will load your configuration and it will help you to run, that's all. Okay, so for now I have the default, this one is the default, and this should be there. So for that I want to run this one as a server port 8080. By default anyhow it is running on 8080 only, but if you write also this won't harm you. Okay, so to enable the server port, server.port, this is the key basically we need to write. Since by default it is running on 8080, so I am writing for 8080 now only. Okay, so if you run these changes, still your code will be running on 8080 only, and profiler is only on only default profiler. Reason is we have anyhow created the file, but we need to enable or we need to set the profile. See, it is running on 8080 and it is saying that your profile is not yet set. Though we have created the different kinds of properties file, but still we have to enable or we have to set or we have to tell Spring Boot that please read this application.file. So for that you have to go into your application.properties file, and inside this application.properties file you have to active the profile. So for that spring dot profiles dot active, okay, active. Now which profile you want to active? Suppose that you want to do the activation for dev, so here it go dev. So let me stop the server. Okay, fine. So now as soon as Spring Boot will start, first it will load your application.properties file only, means default configuration only. Now it will read your default configuration, and as soon as it will start reading, it will understand that okay, in default configuration it is saying that I need to look into the dev. So Spring Boot will again go to your resource folder, and where he will find for the application.properties file where string name should be dev. What is the string name? Means after application, after happen or before dot property. So it will read your dev. Now it will come into your dev profile, and whatever the configuration you have did, that it will read it. So suppose that I want my dev profile to be run on 8081. Okay, so now I am running this code, run as a Java application. So as soon as I will run, in second line of log I will see my profile is setted. See, the following profile are active dev, means I have activated my profile here to dev. That is the reason this log is saying that your profile currently which is running is a dev, and which is running on 8081 port. The reason is I have initialized my dev profile as 8081. That is the reason it is running on 8081. But the question here is, if someone is asking how the profile is getting loaded, the things to be understand here is, first your default profile will be only getting loaded. From default profile it will getting redirect to the another profile, depends upon your activation, which profile are you activating. Okay, so now I want to activate dev. Now if I want to activate here QA, okay, so for that I need to comment this one. Okay, and I will save it. Let me stop this one. Now since I have activated my QA, so it will go here QA, and for QA I want my server to be running on 8082, just for understanding or just for tracking. So right click, run as Java application. So it is running on, it will say now your profile is activated as a QA, and it should be running on 8082 since I have set it 8082. Same if I want to set here as a API POTHI, okay, sorry, the problem is there shouldn't be any spelling mistake, otherwise if any spelling mistake will happen, Spring will start loading your default configuration only. Okay, now fine. So my API Pothi, this is the my properties file, and I want this properties file to be run on something called 8086. One more thing here, you need to also understand that in my system I am running on 8081, 8080, 8082, but probably if you run the same project in your application, it might won't run. The reason is some of the PID might be using, or some of the process might be using this port already. So probably you need to change this port when you will get inbound exception or port already in used, something like that. Okay, so what we have did is, let me close all for now. Now go to the default configuration. Here I have activated Pothi, and so that it will look into the this configuration file. So if I want to run, right click, run as Java application. So my profile should be activated as a API Pothi. If you see, sorry, Pothi, and for that it is running on 8080. Why it should be running on 8086? So 8080 is this one. Okay, so probably might be either this port is not working, or sometimes what will happen, since you are doing some configuration changes, so your old code is also possible that it will take it. Okay, so let me do again changes. This I don't like. API POTHI. Okay, and need to copy this one. Okay, and I need to put it here. Okay, now coming to the API Pothi, write something called 5. Okay, go to the project, do little clean so that your old dot class would be deleted. Right click and refresh. Okay, so now if you run as Java application, you should be seeing that same profile. API Pothi is anyhow loading, but it is running on the different port. It is running on 8080. The probably thing is that 85 is also in use. That is the reason it is taking your default port. So anyhow I have to keep changing and then it will run, but that is not an issue. It is fine. But my intention is to show you that how we are loading the different profile through our default profiler. So this is always called as a default profiler. Okay, so now this basically we are, suppose that if you want to change your configuration, so you have to change through your application.properties file, meaning that we have the project here, we have written all the code, we have tested, now we are in dev. Suppose that we are in dev. Okay, now since we want to move this code in from dev to QA, so here we need to, before moving, we need to set as a QA, then only I can able to move, or then only my code is able to pick the changes of QA, right? Suppose that QA got tested, from QA I need to promote my environment to production, so I need to write the prod. So this is the central place. From here if I will change one thing, automatically my production related configuration is got loaded and it is handled by my Java code. Fine. Second way is also that if you are deploying with the Jenkins and if you want to do some configuration in Jenkins, suppose that, so this is my default, right? So what I will do, I will comment this one. Okay, so if you see in my default application.properties file, I am not doing any activation. Okay, but for to run this one, what I will do is I will pass my VM argument. So in order to pass my VM argument, what I will pass, just copy this one, go to here, right click, run as configuration, go to the here. Okay, this is fine. Go to the VM argument here, this one d equal to QA. So you can do same thing through your VM argument also. Let me see if it is running or not. So basically whatever I was doing through the application.properties file, same thing I am doing through the VM argument. So here I am just activating my profile to QA. So let us see. Now if you see, my profile is QA, it got loaded, and for QA port number is 8082. So let me check. For QA 8082 means this is perfectly fine. So you can also run the same through your VM argument. Okay, and the syntax of VM argument is just same as your this one. Only thing is that, one second, so happen /t. This is your VM argument. Okay, so likewise you can change QA to prod, anything. Okay, so this is the one thing that we can load our application.properties file. Okay, there are also one way that you can change your code through your Java also, meaning that you have some set of Java which has some configuration related code and which is also specific to environment, meaning that some of the Java code or some of the Java configuration code is very specific to the dev environment, QA environment, UAT environment or production environment. So how that we can achieve it? Okay, so now we understood for application.properties file, but now we are going to understand for the Java. So suppose that I have already created the profile configuration. So here what I am going to do is I am just going to create some dummy method which has only which is returning void and printing some SOP, just log. Okay, so public void dev bin. So it is returning only SYSO, nothing returning, just printing I am from dev environment. Okay, let's put some star so that it will be visible. Okay, now copy this one. Okay, so this is a dev, now this is QA, this is UAT, this is PRD. Okay, now I don't want this arrow. Okay, now accordingly I need to change the error message also, sorry, log message also. So this is the dev, here is the dev, this is the QA, this is the UAT, and this is the prod. Okay, just for our tracking purpose. Now there are some annotation with the help of that you can achieve. Annotation name is that first annotation you need to enable is called profile @ profile. and followed with that you need to pass the profile name. So what is our profile name? Profile name is same as your this one, whatever you are passing here after slash. Okay, so suppose that this is for dev, so I am going to write for dev. Okay, and followed with that, since this is just a bean, so okay, I am enabling bean. Now this is the configuration related file, so @configuration, that's okay. Now I am just going to copy the same and I am going to paste it on my method label, so that method can identify it easily through our Spring Boot. This is for dev, here this is for QA, this is for UAT, this is just as a key. Okay, PRD. Good. Now so our configuration is ready. Now I want to load this configuration, depends upon my requirement. Okay, so what I will do is, in controller, I am not interested to write any of the HTTP method. So when I will run this code, that time only controller, it is not required. So my target is, while at the time of starting this application or while startup only, my code should be run. Okay, so for that what I was thinking is, I should be using some init method, public void init. Okay, and in init I want to annotate this one as @post construct. Okay, so it will run at the time of execution only. Okay, so here I want to call this configuration, right? So to call this configuration, I must need to auto wire. Okay, so config, okay, and I want to auto wire, so Spring can instantiate at the runtime. Okay, and I need to import this. Fine. Now what I will do is, with the help of configuration instance dot dev, and then this is okay. Let me run this one first. Okay, now I am running on dev profile. Now coming to the application.properties file. Okay, and here what I am doing is, I am activating dev. Okay, and let me have some log here also. Okay, so start init, and init. Okay, and your dev I have logs, so that is perfectly fine. Here I want to put some log. Okay, now go to the log, run as Java application. If you see here, now it is loading as a QA. Why it is QA? QA shouldn't. Okay, the reason is I have configured the environment here. That is the reason it is loading. So let me delete this one, apply, and now run. Okay, now okay, now it is setting as a dev. Okay, and if you see, I am from dev. So basically what is happening is, as soon as we are running this Spring Boot project, so Spring Boot project will load our default configuration, and from default configuration it will see that okay, here profile is activated as a dev. So it will go to the first into the our dev application.properties file, and here it will see it has only one entry, server.port, meaning that this application I want to run on 8081. so which is running on 8081. See somewhere, see here, 8081, first task. Second task is, since I have wrote this as a init method, and init method will run at the time of startup only. This is one kind of startup method, and which is also annotated by the post construct. So this method is also started running. So as soon as it running, it see that okay, here I have the dev bin. So as soon as it go to the dev bin, it see that okay, this is connected with the profiler, and profiler is dev, so it is running on dev. Now might be your doubt is, since it has only one method, that is the reason it is running as a dev bin. So if you put QA, probably it will run for QA also. So no, but it won't run for QA. This is correct that it has only one method, but this method is also associated with the dev key. This is the profile name. That is the reason it ran. If you want to check, cross check, like here is the dev, right? Now you can change as a QA. Okay, you can change as many as you can change PR prod bin. Okay, now if you save this one, you will see exception actually. If you see here, okay, let me stop first. Okay, now right click, run as Java application. If you see here, by default it is loading as a dev, which is perfectly fine. Now it has to load the application. So what is happening is, see here, our init method is started perfectly, and it is running, it is able to run the dev method, meaning that go to the controller, this log is getting printed, meaning our call came into the init, and as soon as it is coming to the init, it is able to run our dev bin. Reason is, if you see, I am from dev, this log is getting printed. Now after running this method, as soon as it is coming out from here, it is trying to run the QA bin. As soon as it will go for QA bin, so our profiler is not allowing this to run as a QA or neither for prod. The reason is, this profiler is only enabled for dev. That is the reason only dev related code is running. That is the reason we got the exception for other method. Okay. To overcome this issue, you can also avoid this issue using one way. What we will do is, we will read the profiler detail through, we know, right, in video number I think 3 or 4, we understood that how to read the properties file data in Java class. So what we will do is, here we are going to read the data. So for that, private, and environment is string type, string profile. Okay, and this I am going to @valu. This annotation will help you to read the value from our application.properties file. So go to the dev, since I want to read from the default only. So this is my key, and this key I need to paste it here, and this is only taken care by $, what is the $, and string. Okay, so how basically I am trying to do, no $. Okay, so how basically it will run is, so as soon as it will run, it will read the data Spring profile active from my default configuration. Here it is the dev. So with the, as soon as now profile value is containing dev. So what I will do here is, I will put some condition, if profile dot equals, at the end it is returning you string only, equals to dev. Okay, then please run this code. Okay, else if profile is QA, then please run only QA related code. So this is our QA. Okay, again, else, if this is just a Java coding, however you want to manage, either switch case or if else condition, whatever it may be, this is all depends upon your coding standard. Okay, so what is the PRD? I think PRD, let me check. This spelling mistake won't make you run your application. PROD. Okay, so PROD. Okay, and for prod related I want to run this one. Now let it be only this one. Now else condition I am going to put ELSE, sorry, put some system dot error dot println, saying that no environment found. Okay, so this is just a Java standard coding, nothing related or nothing very specific to the our profiler. Only just what we are doing is, with the help of this key, we are reading the value from the my default configuration, and whatever the default configuration is passing, so that I am capturing into the profile, and with the help of some flag I am running my code for a specific, I mean related to a specific code. Okay, so now what I will do, go to the application and let me close all, so it will confuse. This is my default and here I have enabled dev. Okay, now right click, run as Java application. Now my profile should be dev and which is running on 8081, and we shouldn't be getting any exception. If you see, start init, end init, I am from dev environment and which is running on 8081. Okay, now same way I am going to change this one as a PROD. Okay, what is the PROD and what is the prod here? Okay, prod, let me set the server port 8089. Okay, save all. What I will do is, in config, I mean in controller, I will printing this value also. Okay, so where I am going to print, here only, what is env, I mean what is the environment that we are getting it. Okay, so this will help you to track. Now right click, run as Java application. Now it should be running for a prod up, so prod is running, prod is getting loaded. What is happening? What is environment? PROD. Okay, but it is exception. Why exception? Okay, so what is happening is, see here spelling mistake, that's why I was telling you spelling is very mandatory here. So it shouldn't be PRD, it's PROD. PROD. Okay, now if you go again, if you trying to run, should be running. Right click, run as Java application. Profile got loaded but the key haven't matched, that's why it's throw the exception. If you see, what is the environment? Prod means PROD, init method started, init method end, and I am from prod environment. So basically what happened here is, go to the controller and it is returning, it is giving you your environment name. Since we have kept the flag here, so avoiding these are all, it will directly hitting my this method and it is going to the here, it is printing this log. Once done, it is basically matching with this profile only, and once done, then it will complete the execution. So basically what we understood from here is three things. First thing is that how to read the environment through the application.properties file, meaning that here if I want to use the PRD, so PRD got loaded. Okay, second thing is that how to run this code through our VM argument. So for to run the VM argument, you just need to pass this one. This is the key from here to here and this is our environment name. Okay. Third thing is that if you want to load your Java class with respect to your environment also, that also you can achieve through your @profile and @bin annotation. Fourth thing, which is the most important thing, when we are creating our application.properties file, it is very important that we have to follow the syntax. So what is the syntax? Application -, this is your environment name and dot properties. Okay, and this is with this the number, I mean with this key only, I mean -dot.dav, with this key only our environment name is getting identified. Okay, so we have to take care this fourth thing. Okay, so this is all about our profiler concept in Spring Boot. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching this video.